Ace, and today I'm about to go over my team, and this is just for a couple of people who I've been speaking to who were interested. Shout out to Tompkins Report and his YouTube channel. I've been watching a lot of his videos, and he got a lot of good content over there. So I'll leave a link in the description after the video to either his channel or his Instagram or whatever if you're interested. So yeah, this is pretty much for him, so he can check out my squad. So let's go over my players first, because I'll just get this out the way before I get into my lineup. So I'm gonna just show the players that I'm potentially going to put onto my roster eventually once I earn enough, coins and everything. So for now, I just pulled this Rod Woodson out of the 97 overall Ultimate Legends pack that you get when you reach level 99. And so far the packs that I haven't bought are these last two packs that I will buy later on, because I'm gonna need to get the other Rod Woodson pieces, and so I'm gonna eventually get these when I actually need them. But for now, I'm just waiting because they're not that important right now, or at least they're not going to be necessary at this point in time, because my team is pretty good. So later on this month, I'll probably get I'll buy it. But so let's go down the list. Okay. Right now, I only have one active defensive tackle. I'm waiting to get the piece for this Alan Page. He's my starting defensive tackle. And so far, when I go to the auctions, there aren't any 97 or 8 Alan Pages out yet. So unless he's coming and he hasn't dropped yet, that's the only reason why I think he isn't available, because I would have probably either tried to buy him or something by now. But I could have powered him up already. I already have 97 and 98 power up passes, but at the moment I had the 98 on this night train, but then I was getting tired of Steve Young, so I ended up putting it into Lamar Jackson. So I just powered him all the way up 2 days ago. And as hopefully most people should already know, that as you max your level, you get the pieces for Torrey Holt and Tillman. And I guess for people who don't know, whenever you do all of Tillman's what are they called, challenges or whatever, you'll get extra tokens, and so that'll allow you to power him up all the way to a 99. So I'm not sure if you just do his basic challenges, whether or not you'll get every token or not. But early on in the game, I did all of his challenges. So it's like you do the MUT Master, you got to do all of these, every single challenge, and then at the end they'll give you like I forgot, but I remember they gave me like some money, some stuff like that. I can't remember, it was a while ago. But then you got to do this, and they give you those extra token pieces. Oh yeah, you get it shows you right here. Get a 95 overall MUT Master Pat Tillman. Oh yes, yeah. So you had to do that to earn the 95 Tillman, and then these give you coins, and then whatever like that. And so I finished both um, sets of challenges, I guess you could say, right here, and I had some extra pieces. So when I um, eventually maxed out this Pat Tillman right here to the 99. I had some extra pieces that I actually was able to put into him because he was like at a 97 or something, and so they actually let me use those pieces to finish powering him all the way up to his full 99 card. So I'll show you his abilities and stuff since I'm already on him. I gave him Selfless. I'm not sure how much I like it, but on those rare occasions where he happens to get 5 hit sticks in the game, he'll just automatically he'll automatically activate the rest of the defensive X factors on my defense. So that's the only reason why he has this instead of like any other one that some people would prefer. But yeah, I have that. I gave him Tackle Supreme, Enforcer, Lurker, and Universal Coverage. And Lurker is a must-have on any safety, or just if you have any kind of DB. I would recommend getting this just because it just gives you some of the most unrealistic animations. You could be 5 yards in front of the pass, but if it's like coming right in your direction, if you time it right, you're gonna pick pretty much any ball. So yeah, Enforcer, you know, gives you a higher chance of making a fumble with the hit stick. It doesn't always work. It seems to always work against me for some reason. Whenever I'm using Dickerson and I get hit, I just fumble. And Tackle Supreme, since they gave him 4 slots, I just, you know, just to decrease being faked out and to have better conservative tackles, you know, that's a good thing to have, you know, because I was thinking of just getting unfakeable, but once I noticed that I can put this on it, then I just had to get it. But there's a whole bunch of options. I used to have Lumberjack, never really worked for me. Like I'd be undercutting a lot of players like on the kick return or just in different situations, and I had this on all of my safeties. I have Jamal and Fitzpatrick, and they used to do this and nothing ever happened, so I took it off. Other than that, if you play Madden, you should already know all of the different abilities, so I'm not gonna go over everything, but this is what I'm working with right now. I'm just, you know, seeing how it plays, and so far it's been good. So yeah, universal coverage speaks for itself. Improved coverage in man and zone, and catch knockouts as well. So, and then I gave him the free safety. So, bam. All right, let's move on. Torrey Holt. Everybody should have these by now if you've been playing for a while. And at the moment, I did have some upgrades on him, but I powered him down because for me, my offensive scheme doesn't necessarily need a wide receiver to be like the key player on my team. Like I run the ball most of the time. So, but I'll show y'all my roster after I'm done showing you the other players. So let me just get back to what I was doing. I was going to show y'all the potential players that I'm going to put on the team before I get to my lineup. So I got this Jalen Ramsey right here. I just need to basically get his piece. So at the moment, he's on my roster, but he just isn't fully powered up. So I've been waiting to get his card, but actually there is another way that I could get his piece for my team, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna either use the power up pass on him or not. But I'll actually let y'all see how I can get that extra piece. I'll actually let y'all see. But hold up, something with my audio is just acting up. But yeah, there's one other way I can get a 97 power-up pass, and it's by doing I think it's the MUT dedication daily engagement, and at the moment I'm at 218 daily objectives, and I need 230 to get that 97 power-up pass. So I'll have that in about 12 days. So let's see. So yeah, I can either use the power-up pass on him, or I actually bought the pieces for Joey Bosa and Saquon, but I could take those out. Oh, and I bought the Tyreek Hill card too, so I could end up taking those out and either using them on these players and selling them, and then just using the money for something else that I get back. But right now, I currently have my other 97 on this Eric Dickerson, the one I got just from leveling up. And at the moment, I'm just gonna keep it on him because really I don't have the coins to really pay for his card or nothing like that right now. So hopefully with these weekend league rewards today, we'll see how that my trophies and everything look after that. Then maybe I can make some moves or whatever, but for now, so yeah, this is one player I can put it on. Right now, I'm not even going to talk about this Marshawn Lattimore. I might not even keep him later in this game, but he's here. I could go get this Deion Jones power up. The only reason I even have him is because he's been on my team for a long time, like since early on in this since I've been playing, and I already got him fully powered up. So he's just like a pretty good user because he's so fast, and like he's pretty good. The only thing he just isn't good at is block shed and stuff like that. So he's just a backup. Alright, so yeah, these are the players that I'm potentially gonna have later on, because I've been having this Larry Little for, as a backup for a while, because they haven't come out with a new card for him yet. But the reason why I have him is because as a right guard at a 92 overall, his speed is at a 71, his acceleration is at a 79, and that's really fast for a lineman in general. And I've already compared every other lineman when it comes to speed, and his blocking and everything is already good, but this is his stats at a 72, so I already know once he gets up to about a 70, or I mean a 92, once he gets up to about a 98, whatever they end up dropping, I've already compared his stats to my starting right guard right now, and I'll just go show y'all that right now. If you compare the starter I have, where is he? Zach Martin, to Larry Little. Hold on, let me go back to him. So, oh, my fault. So yeah, let's compare Larry Little, right? So Zach Martin, who I don't have Kim'd up personally because I just didn't plan on keeping him, so I never powered him up. But if you compare their stats, right, Larry Little is a 92, Zach Martin is a 96, and his stats aren't that much worse. Like, of course they're worse because he's a lower overall card, but if you would just imagine his card at a 97 or a 98, his stats would surpass this 96's cards. But then if you go to the speed, I right now I'm already 71 speed. Zach Martin is a 70 speed, and my base stat is already one speed faster. And the reason why I look at speed when I choose my lineman is because I do a lot of counters and I do a lot of stretch plays, and it's good when your lineman can pull and do all those different things to kind of get to the blocks faster. So that's why I always decide what lineman I want based on speed most of the time. Like, I'm not gonna say every lineman that I have is all about speed, but for the majority of them, they almost always have like some kind of speed. And so yeah, you could just look at the stats side by side. For the most part, like, he's not too far off of a 96's stats, and he's only at 92. So once they come out with his next card, this is going to be the person that I'm looking to get on my roster. And I'll even show you all of my linemen. They have speed, like this guy, 85 speed, left tackle. I don't know what his base speed is right now. I'll have to check. But let's see, Bruce Matthews. I'm not even sure I got him for speed. I think I just got him for free. But pretty fast, 74 for a left guard. I mean, that's not super fast, but I think since I ended up doing some kind of challenge or whatever, and I got him out of a set, he was like a gnat. So he was already a Centennial player, so it was pretty good to just, you know, power him up at the time. And just, you know, me personally, I don't really invest in linemen early. Like, if I can get them and I know I'm gonna have them late game, then I'll have them on my roster. But I usually wait for the linemen that I get later in the game, because that's when all the linemen are pretty much out by then, so I can see, like, okay, these are the players that I'm gonna keep, and like I'm gonna invest in them, because no point in keep investing and then powering down and keep, you know, having to do that all the time. So like Lane Johnson, I kind of figure like I'll invest in him. So he 85 speed. Like, you can see the pattern, and they block pretty good. Like, this year linemen really ain't even that special, because like they block when they want to block. Sometimes they don't block at all. And this Kevin, he was good. There may be better centers. I think that Matt Burke might be better, or some other players, but I just had already powered him up throughout the year, so I just stuck with him because he was already like a legend, and they may eventually come out with the ultimate legend for him too, probably. So yeah, linemen aren't really that important or special, but that's just the way I like to set up my team, is with speed, because I run the ball all the time, and I need my linemen not to be, you know, in my way, tripping me up, making me stumble and fall. Like, of course that happens, but, you know, at least I give myself a better chance for them to get to the blocks that they have to get to, so that, you know, I have a higher chance of getting to my lanes whenever I run. So okay, we got this Mahomes. I do have a 99 power up pass, so at the moment I'm testing out this Lamar. I was previously using Steve Young, and at the moment his card I'll probably be able to get, once I get my weekend league rewards, I'll be able to just get this piece. I had it before, but I lost it in a wager, so somebody else has it now. But yeah, he will be getting tested once I get my weekend league rewards today. So yeah, I'll even show you guys. Like, I have this 99 power up pass, and I know there's like a Tom Brady or some other players out right now who are 99, but I'm not gonna be getting any of them. I was using this Steve Young. He is just horrible. Like, I don't know what they did to his card. He was good at the time I was using him. He was affordable. That's one of the reasons I got him after I lost my Mahomes, because I had my Mahomes at a 96, but I lost him in a wager, so I had enough resources to scrap up a Steve Young, and I had him for a while. And at first he was good, but after a while, he is just like one of those players I'm gonna keep on my roster just in case they ever come out with another one, because I know if they ever come out with a new Steve Young, he should be good. He should be back to being his normal, accurate self. But for whatever reason, he has been just terrible. Like, doesn't get the ball off in time, overthrows wide open receivers, and I put so much into his abilities and they just seem not to work at all. Like, I give him last ditch, he'll still get sacked. I gave him like Roman Deadeye, and he would overthrow players a lot. So it was time for me. That's why, even though I invested in this night train with that 98 power pass, as soon as I had enough coins to get that 93 blitz Lamar, I just got as much training as I could, and I just changed the power pass and put it into Lamar. So all right, let's keep moving. So yeah, this Mean Joe, I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick with him. He's cool, but I had to sell and do a couple things to basically keep my team in good shape, because on my defense I run a 3-4 cover 4 drop show 2 3-4 odd defense, and it's the Green Bay Packers defense, and they only really use one defensive tackle, and most of the time when I'm not using that, I might go into the 3-4 bear, or I might go into quarter, like if I know they're passing or something like that. So most of the time I'm only using one defensive tackle, so that's why he wasn't really needed. He's just a backup, so that's why he's at this point right now. Plus I don't have the resources to power him up. But other than that, this Greg Olsen, like, he's I mean, a decent back third string tight end right now. Like, if you look at his stats, I just recently bought this Taysom Hill right here, and I only got him because he was fast. But if you compare both of these guys together, and I'll just use Taysom Hill because he doesn't have any boosts. I'll just compare him to Olsen, and you'll see a big difference in everything. Like, he has the speed, he has some strength, and his run blocking is better. And I'm looking forward to, if they drop another Taysom Hill, what his stats will look like in the future, because I really think he's going to be pretty good. But just at 92, Greg Olsen, his route running, his catching traffic is all pretty, like, great. Just at that state. And he's only a 92, so hopefully if they ever drop a new card for him, then he'll fit right in with Kelsey and George Kittle, because these two have speed and they have all of the, like, catching and route running stats that you look for. But Olsen, he just did not have great run blocking. That was his only thing. That's why I got this Hill, because I'm like, if I need to sub him out, put this Hill in. At least Hill has 70 something run blocking. Like, that's better than 62, because this is like the weak link on my running game right here. Everything else, like when I need him to, because I come out in a lot of jumbo packages with 3 tight ends. That's why my tight ends are like one of the main focuses of my offense. When he's on the field, he's like the weak link. But hopefully that'll change. I know there's better tight ends in the game. Like there may be that Theme Diamond 97 Waller, I think I was looking at, and I liked his stats. I'm not really gonna go worry about him right now. But anyway, these guys, you know, we'll see what happens. And I do have these other pieces that I've been thinking about adding to the roster. So I already got this Woodson ready to go. You know, Vic is probably gonna get a dope card at some point. I had him fully powered up a while ago, but I ended up powering him down. And then I got I had Aaron Donald a few times, but I ended up getting rid of him. But eventually I'll have to get his card back. So yeah, this Khalil Mack is still up in the air. At the moment I have Jadeveon Clowney at his position because he's been reliable for me this whole year. I used to have Mac fully powered up, but he would just never really do his job for my style. Like when I make my adjustments, he would just run right into different people's line. So that's the reason why I don't have him powered up right now. But other than that, like Sean Taylor, eventually I might end up getting. But safeties this year, there's just so many different safeties. I used to have that Calvin Johnson at safety, and he was good, but I lost him in a wager. And so I got the Minka. So yeah, we ain't gonna cover all of these power up passes, or yeah, we're not gonna worry about these players. But you could just see some of the ideas that I'm thinking about getting at some point, maybe in the future. I might. And I had plenty of power up passes, but they're so cheap now. Like I quick sold a lot of them. But I used to have over 200 power up passes on different players to sell to people, but now every promo that they come out with, they most of the time like to drop a lot of power passes for different players, so they started to decrease in value and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't really care for punters. People should already I don't know, a lot of people, they get the best punters and all, like mine. I rarely punt the ball, but if I do, you know, this guy will be able to handle it. That goes the same with the kicker. I did a challenge and got this one because I didn't need anybody else on the team at the time, so I ended up just taking the kicker because he's like, let me see, his kick power 96, like that's 60 yards easy if you know how to kick. So all right, let's get to my lineup because I'm going to show the X factors, I'm going to show the abilities, all that. So starting quarterback Lamar, backup Steve Young. I don't really have to compare stats, but I mean I will just for people who are curious. Speed, you know, throw power, everything is what I like to have on my team. Some people like those pocket passing quarterbacks. I like a quarterback who can move and throw. The only thing I don't like about Lamar is that his throw power is just not the greatest. So I gave him Bazooka. I was using Gambler a lot this year, but yeah, it just didn't really make sense because a lot of people that you play in Weekend League or whatever, they just click on and use her whoever, so most of the time it won't make a difference because they'll probably be using whoever they try to intercept the ball with anyway. So Bazooka at least gives him that extra boost in throw power because he needs it. But yeah, there's really no comparison when it comes to speed because he could just, I mean, he's a 98 card. So he's gonna outclass Steve Young anyway. I'll just humor you guys. Let's see. It's about the same in strength. I mean, man, I don't need to, because Steve Young, he's not even gonna be on my roster. Whatever. Let's see. This Dickerson, this man has been just crazy this year. Like I usually every Madden I get, I either stick with Bo, and I have Bo, but Bo actually, even as a starter or as whatever, he has just been terrible this year. I think early in the year when they first came out with his first legend, he was going crazy, especially if you give him some abilities. Like he would break almost every tackle, but lately, like, he is just easily tackled. He doesn't have a lot of elusiveness, so he can't really make a lot of those moves and jukes and things like that that most other running backs can make. And he was just getting tackled so easily. And his 96 speed, it didn't seem like he was that fast, because he would be getting caught by a lot of people that I played against. So I have him because at some point, he's a Nat because I put him into the, I think it was either the Michael Vick set or something like that. I put him, Mel Blount, and I forgot who the other person. Might have been that Kevin right there at my center. I think I had, or no, it was a Michael Strahan or something like that. And so I aren't really that much, you don't get that many. So I just decided to keep him, just, so whenever they do drop another Bo Jackson, like, I'll try him out. But for now, he's on my third string running back position. I got Saquon, just recently got him fully powered up, and he just plays so good. No matter where he's at, he could be my second string. As soon as he gets in the game, I put all of my X factors and abilities on both of my running backs, because that's just my game plan. I run the ball a lot, and I gave him evasive. I would have gave him 2 different run abilities, but they didn't allow me to give him anything in the first slot, so I had to just settle for backfield mismatch, because he is one of the best receiving running backs in the game, other than like Christian McCaffrey or something like that, and maybe like Le'Veon. I think Le'Veon might be good at receiving too, but I pass the ball as well to my running backs. And even though Dickerson may not be like a good catching running back, he can do pretty much everything. Like, if you just compare him to Saquon, they're about the same. Saquon, of course, is the more elusive back, so his agility, catching, elusiveness, everything. Even that break tackle, like, just is stock 99. So that's crazy. But that's why he's such a good backup, because he could start if I really wanted him to. But the only reason why Dickerson is starting is because he comes equipped with his X Factor already active. And I'll just go over his X Factor, since I just showed you Saquon. Freight Train 100. I don't really have to explain why that's active. You got the backfield mismatch, bulldozer, and evasive. And I could have given him some other running abilities. I used to have this running back apprentice on him, so you can give him some extra routes. I had some of these on him before, but I didn't notice any difference. Like, I used to have this outside zone guru on him, because I like to run a lot of stretch, and my blockers they still didn't block. So it says stronger blocking. They were still coming in. Like, the people were still just getting through my line. So I'm like, there's no reason to have this on if it's not going to really change anything um, for my style of offense. So I just gave him this bulldozer because at least since I know that people are going to get through my line anyway, if I can get somebody one-on-one, then hopefully this, will do the job. And I've been noticing he's been breaking a lot more tackles lately just for whatever reason. And I'm not sure if it's because I put this on him, but he breaks way more tackles than I used to break. So I like that. Evasive speaks for itself, and then backfield mismatch. I could have chose something else, but really they don't give you much to choose from. So jukebox and stuff don't really make a difference because he has evasive, and all of these. I mean, if I wanted to, I could put this on, or oh, it really, these, I guess, you can't really decide where you're going to play, so that's why I would never choose these. But at least with this one, this could come in handy at some point. So, I could test it out and see how it works, but for now, I'm just going to keep this one on it because it's been working so far, so I will leave it alone. But anyway, let's move on. Everybody got sprinter. I have go deep. Some people like to use the West Coast or like balanced and stuff. I can understand, but me personally, the only reason why I use go deep is because for throw power, because my quarterbacks tend to have not much throw power. Like even Mahomes, Steve, or Lamar, their throw power is just not great. So with that beat press and the spec catch, I mean, that's cool. It's not really, I mean, beat press is good. I like the beat press, but everything else doesn't really make a difference to me, whether they have it or not. But I'll show you why in a second. So yeah, go deep. It's not the best chemistry, but it just works for my style of offense. Okay, so we got Torrey Holt starting. I used to have Randy Moss, but I've been trying out this Torrey Holt because he is a 99, and his route running is the best out of all of my other wide receivers, I guess. Like,